Three, two, one. Hey everybody, it's your boy VG Time here. We're bringing you an opening of the Shadows of the Galaxy pre-release kit. This kit brings out that it has 6 booster packs, 2 pre-release promo cards, which is supposed to be the foil art hyperspace leaders, 19 counters, 1 quick start rules guide, 1 deck building guide, 1 divider, and 1 deluxe deck box. So I'm going to open this for you. Let's see if we get anything cool. First of all, we have the deluxe deck box. This is okay. It'll get you started. Comes with a divider on the inside, so you can like keep your leaders separate from your deck and your tokens. Here's a deck building guide for the pre-release. This will help you to understand how the sealed rules work and stuff like that. Here is the tokens. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ones, 2 5s, 2 10s, and additional ones. So you got those, as well as your initiative and your epic action token. And again, these are great to get you started off with. And then a quick start rules guide for those who need to figure out how the game works. Now to the main event. Actually, right before we do that, let's take a look at these foil leaders, shall we? Alright, so you can see Moff Gideon foil right there. It's hyperspace kind of art. It's only foil on the front, it's regular on the back. And then we have Din Djarin, the Mandalorian right here. Nice and shiny in hyperspace with the regular on the back. Kind of wish they did it foil on both sides, but I think they didn't want to do that so that you don't take away from the showcase look. Speaking of showcase, bless your boys pulls. We're going to go through these 6 packs. All right. Got Dr. Whatever her name is. Aphra. All right. Let's go through this, see if we get anything good. Oh, I like this card. This card is a great red aggro tool. Rival's Fall, really good card. It kills anything. So if you're playing like a control deck, you need to be able to deal with something. Good card. Oh, this came in upside down. It's a unrefusable offer. Okay, cool looking card. And then we got a foil of this 2-drop 3/3. You got Rey, who grown on me as a leader when I saw her played and sealed. So she's not bad. The 3-drop 3/2 Sentinel, I know a lot of people like that card. We have a hyperspace of Super Commando Squad. It's a Mandalorian, shielded, gains Sentinel as long as it's upgraded. Pretty cool looking card. I'll put the hyperspace over here. Crosshair, if you watch Bad Batch, sorry about the glare. If you watch Bad Batch, you love Crosshair right here. We have the Kira unit. I don't actually know what she does. Let me read her real quick. She's a 4-drop 3/5. When played, look at an opponent's hand to name a card. While this unit is in play, each card with that name costs 3 more for the opponent to play. Oh, that's a pretty strong card. Like it. And then our foil is actually one of the better cards in the set. Unlicensed Headhunter. So for the longest, if you were playing Villainy and you were playing Aggression, you didn't have like that many good ideas, like many good cards for a early drop. While Heroic had Green Squadron A-Wing, now Villainy has not only access to Kylo's Silencer, but both have access to this card. And I think this card is definitely going to have a slight impact on the meta. Ooh, Hyperspace Lando Calrissian. You know, great if it was a showcase, but it's all good. It still looks really nice. Take captive, alright. This card is really good too. This card I'm iffy on. This right here is called Remnant Reserves. Cost 4, you look at the, I believe it's top 5, and you add up to 3 units in your hand. It is a +2. It's just about what it is that you are actually, like when would you have the time to play something like this? Like, I think if you're going against the control decks and they wipe you, it might be a decent way to recover a little bit. Felder Dragon. We were discussing this. This card is kind of a trap, but you know we'll get into that a little later. IG-11. I think this card is really strong. Our rare is Dr. What's his name? Pershing. Tap, ping a friendly unit, draw a card. I think this card is actually going to be used quite a bit in like the slower control decks. And then we have our foil being Kuil, which this card is kind of nuts. Like I read it, and if you're hitting, like if you're playing like a double aspect blue or something, or if all your important cards, like let's say you only play him and most of your other cards are in the opposite aspect, you could do some pretty gross things with him as a card advantage engine. You also, because he's heroic, you have access to like R2D2 type of setups as well. Boba Fett. Boom, 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 boom. We have a hyperspace of Rochier Tree Tender. It has grit 2, 4, 3. This card is actually really good in Chewbacca decks because you could play it off of Chewbacca's skill, and it will have Sentinel for the turn. So I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty strong. Boom, bip, boom. You know what? I was wondering where this card was at because I kept pulling the opposite one of them. I had like 2 copies in my first pre-release deck, so I'm glad to finally see this card actually exist. My rare, actually this is a legendary, called Evacuate. Return each non-leader unit to its owner's hand. Oh, okay, that's really, really good. That's going to be able to board wipe for yellow or cunning. Huh. I could definitely see this being like amazing in Grand Admiral Thrawn. So let's put this legendary right there. And then the foil is the 3/5 bounty. The only reason why this card is even, like, in my opinion, considerable is the fact it's 3/5. It's kind of difficult to just get rid of it in one fell swoop. So if they're getting a ramp after they run a couple of things into it, I think I'm fine with it. Bosk. I think I do want to build something around them. We have a hyperspace, a Coronet City. On the backside is this beautiful art of the hyperspace experience token. So I'm actually going to try to see if I could get a bunch of these hyperspace. Trandoshan Hunter. I know they put these reprints in here, but I don't like opening them. I have like so many copies of Cargo Juggernaut. Oh, Clone Deserter. Again, Disabling Fang Fighter. So, just, a little gripe here. If this was, say, a year from now, right? And they were in a situation where there's certain set 1/set 2 cards, primarily set 1 cards that are extremely hard to get, but they're only like commons, uncommons, and whatnot. Or they're very important to whatever mechanics you're using in that set. Then I could see you doing reprints like this. Not one set after you already released the product. Okay, so this card right here is insane. At least to me it is. So having a 2-cost 3/1 ambush means that, like, even if you win the die roll, if you think you're going to open this, you will play off initiative just to wipe out their first turn play, right? You can even use this to clear some turn 2 plays. It's just a great piece of removal. You just, boom, knock it out. So definitely going to be using that card in decks. Katsuonyo, I think this card is also staple for Red Heroic decks. We already know the shenanigans you could kind of do with this. We have Echo. And here's a card I was looking for. Arquentin's Assault Cruiser. 8-drop, 7/8 with ambush that when it attacks and defeats a unit, you get to put that unit into play as a resource under your control. Just for, FYI, that does put it into play in rest mode. So just keep that in mind. And our foil is Casca Reeves, which is in herself also a rare, so we're happy about that. On attack, if this unit is upgraded, you may deal 2 to a ground unit. She's a 4/5, so she has amazing stats. If you're not aware, she is also the professional wrestler Mercedes Moné, formerly known as, and probably more well known as, Sasha Banks. So I'm happy about that. And then we have one last pack to open. We have Hondo and this random base here. This is a solid 1-drop. You just play it, ping the base, or ping both bases. Okay, let's talk about this card. This card, Unexpected Escape, is kind of cheap for what it does. So not only do you get the rest of the unit for 1, which is already good. If they captured anything, you get to rescue the captured card. So it's kind of crazy to me. Then we have Punishing 1. This card right here is going to be against staples in your Villainy Aggression decks. So I'm going to put that kind of aside. Ooh, we have a hyperspace of Fen Rao, which reduced the cost of upgrade. So we're going to put this bad boy right over here. We have a rare, which is Stolen Land Speeder, 3/2. I guess when you play it, if you play it from your hand, you give it to your opponent. And then if you kill it, you get to put it into play under your control with an experience token on it. So it's an interesting type of situation. like, because it is a 1, you could play it for 1, give it to your opponent, and then play the 1 cost card that burns for 2, kill it off, and then it'll come back into play as a 4/3. Sorry about the glare again, but it'll come back into play as a 4/3. So it's actually not a bad idea. And then we have a foil of the Village Protectors. This card right here is also kind of gain respect on being sealed. When someone was playing it with Ray, they played it down, she was shielded, and then Ray made it a 3/3, which was pretty good, a 3/3 shielded Sentinel. Nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, far as legendaries go, we have 1, which is Evacuate. Our rares are Landspeeder, our Quintons, Dr. Pershing, Kira, and Unrefusable Offer. We have some quality uncommons right here, particularly Punishing One. And I think Crosshair is fun, if anything. And if you're into the Bad Batch series, he's definitely worth, keeping an eye on. Our foils, Casca Reeves, which is also a rare, Outlaw Corona, Quill, which I think is going to be a staple card in Blue Heroic, Unlicensed Headhunter, and Ruthless Assassin. And then for Hyperspace, we have Fen Rao, which I think he's, oddly enough, is going for a decent amount of money, Hyperspace. Roche here, Tree Tender, and Super Commando Squad. So, yeah, that's what I pulled. Let me know what's up in the comments. I'll catch you again next time. And this is VG Time signing out.